So yesterday, research revealed that 1 in 4 people in the UK have had a mortgage rejected. And the reasons behind it might just surprise you. I'm Patrick Weightman, a mortgage and protection advisor based in Leicestershire. And today I'm breaking down exactly why mortgages get declined and what you can do about it. So on the 16th of October, LendInvest published a major survey of 1,000 people who were planning to buy or remortgage. And 26% of those had already been rejected. That's more than 1 in 4. And the top reasons were income, credit history, affordability or age. If you've been rejected before or worried that you might be rejected in the future, then this video is for you. So let's start with the main reasons that applications are being declined. And number 1 on the list is income levels, 22% of rejections. People simply are not earning enough money for the properties they're targeting. Lenders usually cap borrowing at around 4.5 times income, though some can go as high as 6 times. So if you're earning £40,000 a year, your maximum mortgage at 4.5 times is around £180,000. And that really doesn't stretch far, especially for first-time buyers. And if you're self-employed, then your income is often assessed on your last 2 years' accounts or tax returns, which can mean that you're seen as earning less than you actually do. And this is where specialist lenders can make a real difference. They look at affordability differently and can even sometimes include future income potential. So number 2 on the list was credit, 18%. Late payments, defaults, CCJs, even a historic bankruptcy, they all count. But here's the important bit. Most high street banks use automated credit scoring, so even so much as a tiny blip in your history can be an instant decline. Specialist lenders, however, assess your credit manually. They'll look at the story behind your credit. They care a lot more about how long ago the issue happened than the actual issue itself. And then there's affordability and age, 16%. Lenders stress test your ability to afford the payments should interest rates rise. And age can limit how long you can spread your loan over, with many lenders wanting the mortgage fully repaid by the time you hit 70 or 75. But if you're a little bit older, it doesn't mean you're out of options. There are products like retirement interest-only mortgages that could fit perfectly for your situation. But what's even more interesting is where these rejections are happening. The research found that 40% of all the rejections were happening with high street lenders, and another 40% came through brokers, depending on which lenders they'd used. And about a quarter was people who had applied directly to non-high street lenders. And here's the problem. When you apply directly to a bank and get rejected, that leaves a footprint on your credit file. And if you're applying to multiple lenders yourself, it can make your credit profile look a bit desperate. And that's why working with a whole of market broker is so important. With the tools at our disposal and the knowledge we've got, we know up front which lenders are most likely to say yes. And that's based on your unique situation before we even submit an application. And let's be honest, getting rejected for a mortgage is tough. People in the survey described feeling depressed, stressed, frustrated, and even ashamed. But on the positive side, 14% of the people in the survey did say it made them feel even more determined and hopeful. Because a rejection doesn't mean you're never going to get a mortgage. I love nothing more than to help out clients that have been turned down by the likes of Nationwide and get them an approval with one of the specialist lenders, simply because we know how to match up the borrower and the lender. So let's talk about what to actually do if you've been rejected. Step 1, don't panic. Don't rush and apply somewhere else. Each application leaves a credit footprint, and multiple rejections can just make things worse. A broker like myself can pull up your credit report, review why the rejection happened, and identify which lenders are most suitable for you. And then we only apply when we're confident we'll actually get an approval. If you've got low income, then we can look for lenders that are offering 5.5 and 6 times income multipliers. If you're self-employed, then we can look for lenders that will assess your income more favourably. If the issue is adverse credit, then there's several specialist lenders out there that will look at it. We just need to understand the profile. And if you're an older borrower, we can assess pension income, we can look at retirement interest-only mortgages, or lenders with higher age caps. And then there's always ways to strengthen your position as well. If income's the issue, then we could add a second or third applicant. If credit's the issue, then we can review your file, take a few months out, and I can show you how to try and rebuild your credit. And if the deposit's the issue, then we can either look at 98 or 100% mortgages, or we could even explore family springboard or guarantor options. So the bottom line is, if you've been rejected by one lender, it doesn't mean you're unmortgageable. It just means you haven't found the right lender and presented your case in the right way. As a whole of market broker, I've got access to a wide panel of lenders, including some specialist lenders that don't even deal directly with the general public. So if you have been rejected or you're nervous about applying, then hit the link tree in my bio and book yourself a free consultation. Don't let one rejection stop you from owning a home. I'm Patrick Weightman. Thanks for watching, and make sure you give me a follow. See you next time.